In this video, I'm going to be trying to explain what source code is. So source code, in computing, source code is any collection of code, with or without comments, written using human-readable programming language, such as plain text. What that means is that a source code is the code that the programmer actually wrote with his own hands, and it produces a program out the other end of a compiler. So what is source code? In computing, source code is any collection of code, with or without comments, written using a human-readable programming language, usually as plain text. Basically, it's the code written by a human being before it gets turned into machine code, machine-readable code, by a compiler, assembler, or an interpreter. So, machine code, where is it? Anyway, machine code is basically the binary. It's the ones and zeros, right? And a compiler transforms the human readable code into the machine readable code. So that's what source code is. Source code is important because the goal of source code is to extract rules and specifications for the computer that can be translated into machine's language. As a result, source codes are the foundation of programs and websites. So basically, anytime you run a program, anytime you run the internet, right here, even this program, this text editor, Chromium that I'm using right now, these are all programs and they have source code behind them. And once you run that source code into a compiler, it becomes an executable program and it becomes machine readable. So suddenly it can be executed on a computer. It can actually be, launched on a computer. Now, I know what you're thinking. So if all software needs a source code, why can't you just get the source code of a proprietary software you have to pay for from the program itself, and reverse engineer it, and now all software becomes FOSS, free and open source? Well, there's actually a very interesting reason for that. There are two types of language: those that are interpreted and those that are compiled. The term compiled refers to the high-level human language readable programs. So that's things like Python, C, C++. These are human readable programming languages, and a compiler transforms that high level readable program language into a low level computer executable language at a point before the program is executed. In the case of an interpreted language, blah 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 blah. Basically, for compiled programmers, you the user, when I'm opening up this program, such as Chromium, I'm my computer, and the only thing that I can see is the machine-readable code. So, can I decompile? Right? Can I reverse engineer? Right? Can I reverse engineer? And the answer is yes. I can decompile. However, what's going to be out on the other end is going to be gibberish, right? So, such programs exist. They're decompilers. But simply putting a piece of software through a decompiler does not directly yield easily readable code, right? So this is the source code, right? But this is the decompiled code. So basically, how computers work is, there we go. You start with human readable code, compiler, and it becomes machine code, an executable file. Then it becomes a program. You try and work that program in reverse. You go from a program to machine code to a decompiler, and suddenly you have gibberish, right? It works one way very easily, but does not work the other very easily. So basically, when you compile a program, when you have a program that is machine readable code, it in itself is sort of an advertent encryption, right? So, I wouldn't say it's good encryption, but it is a form of encryption. That's why you can't just take any program, any closed source proprietary program, and just be able to bing bang reverse engineer it and go, oh yeah, we have the source code for this program now. It doesn't work like that. And I hope that kind of explains things. I hope I know that most of you are going to be confused. I know that it wasn't the best explanation, but I hope this kind of explains things. And if you guys like videos like these, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and help the channel out. appreciate you.